My father's last will left all his assets to my sister, including the car I purchased for him, so I revealed his hidden financial dealings to our entire family. My name is Elliot, and I'm 34 years old. I want to share what's been happening with my family recently. It's been a mix of old hurts resurfacing and new frustrations boiling over. The kind of situation where you convince yourself you've moved on, only to realize the pain still lingers. My family's favoritism was blatant. If you asked my father, Walter, he'd likely deny it. But everyone else saw it clearly. My younger sister, Clara, has always been the favored child. She's 28, bright, driven, and has somehow ticked every box my father ever set. I, on the other hand, could never quite meet his standards, no matter how hard I tried. For years, I brushed it off, thinking Dad's expectations were too high or that my achievements weren't showcased enough. But last week, everything became undeniable. It was a typical Thursday evening. Mom cooked dinner, and Dad, Clara, and I sat around the table. We weren't close, not truly. We were never the kind of family that shared every detail of our lives. It was more of a ritual, a weekly gathering where we were physically present but emotionally distant. The conversation that night was strained, as usual. Dad was quieter, more reserved than normal. I thought he was just tired. Then, as I was telling Clara about a work project I'd been excited about for weeks, Dad cut me off with a cold, biting tone. "You'll never measure up, Elliot. You just don't get it." It wasn't a jest or a casual remark. It felt like a final judgment delivered in front of Mom and Clara. No one spoke. My face burned, my hands clenched. The words lingered, heavy and suffocating. I wanted to respond, but I couldn't. Part of me wanted to yell, part of me wanted to flee. Clara gave me a faint, knowing smile as if she was used to Dad's routine and almost relished it. Mom quickly changed the topic and we finished dinner in silence. The next morning, my phone was flooded with notifications. Dad had posted a long message on Facebook celebrating Clara's major promotion. She'd been named senior director at her company, a role she'd worked hard to earn. But the way Dad wrote it felt like the world was meant to bow to her while I was erased. There was a picture of Clara holding a champagne flute, beaming widely. Dad's post overflowed with praise, calling her brilliant, dedicated, and a testament to what effort can achieve. It was partly true, but it felt like a public declaration of her superiority. What stung most was the absence of any mention of me. No recognition, no acknowledgement of my existence, just a